Good afternoon. Welcome to Thinking Tuesday. Glad you could join me here because we know if it is noon on Tuesday, it's Thinking Tuesday. So happy Tuesday to all of you who are listening. As I approached today, I found myself feeling even more grateful, really grateful for my awareness that I am a product of my thoughts. And also grateful to know that I can choose how to think and what I think to create each day and to make it what I would like it to be. And you also have that choice every day. It might not be done to perfection, but you cannot hit perfection if you stop taking action towards whatever goal you're trying to achieve. So make it the day that you want to make it. Don't stop trying. Each step that you take in that direction is a win. If you don't achieve it today, you continue tomorrow, but keep moving forward. Because it is so easy to give up when things are not going the way we would like them to go. When we're faced with a difficulty, a trying situation perhaps, that seems to take the last bit of our energy. You know those days, right? But this is where we need to employ our Thinking Tuesday motto, which is your mind is a garden and your thoughts are the seeds. You have the power and you have the choice to decide if you want to grow flowers or weeds. And we're talking about positive thoughts as opposed to negative thoughts, a positive mindset as opposed to a negative mindset. So, what weeds are you allowing? Might you be allowing to grow in your mind's garden today? What negative thinking are you experiencing today? Are you allowing to control the decisions that you're making today? And how can you replace, if so, how can you replace those thoughts with more positive ones that can change the trajectory of your day? You create the experience that you want every day. So, what positive thoughts can you replace those negative thoughts with to make sure that you have a positive experience today or your life for that matter? It is so important to realize how much control we have as we begin to be more aware of our thoughts. You know, one of my favorite authors, James Allen, says, a man is literally what he thinks. We know this goes for women also, but I'm giving you the exact original quote. He says, a man is literally what he thinks, his character being the sum total of his thoughts. In other words, our beliefs are based on thoughts that we develop, and we behave according to those beliefs, which over time develops our character. So it's so important that we watch our thoughts. Our mind is really the battleground where we protect and defend those thoughts that shape us. And hopefully, they're good thoughts. Our thoughts really are our lifeline. They can build us up or they can tear us down. They impact our self-confidence, our self-esteem, our motivation, and determine the quality of the relationships we have, and also determine our success. So they need to be tended very carefully and with high regard. The way we think and what we think is so vital in shaping our experiences that being aware of our thought must be of a priority for us each day. Mind your thoughts. Cultivate good thoughts. Be aware of those negative thoughts that impact your daily decisions and your daily experiences. Because we know that living in a comfort zone can be so seductive, and it's easy to do. There's nothing that we have to do. But even if we don't do anything, by our inaction, we are making a decision. But it brings negative consequences that we often realize much too late. Regular evaluations of our thoughts are crucial, really crucial, if we want to remain in control of our life and create the kind of experiences we desire. For instance, determining what's your daily goal or your weekly goal, and what are you doing to reach those goals. Those should be some of your daily thoughts. Or checking in on the quality of a particular relationship to determine if it's healthy or unhealthy, and the reasons why it is or it is not. And what's your responsibility for its current status? Because we can only be responsible for what we can control. But we have responsibility in every relationship that we have or that we want to cultivate. These types of thought evaluations not only help you mentally, they don't only help you mentally, but they also create those opportunities for you to make adjustments if needed. Because when you're aware, then you can make choices. You know you have choices, and then you can take action. They also help us to determine if you need support to assist you, because we can't do everything ourselves. Sometimes we need support from other people, but ultimately the responsibility is yours. So sometimes you need help in reversing the course that you're taking, or even enhancing what you're working towards. You're fully resourced, but you also have many resources that you can draw from outside of yourself. So your mind is really the workshop where all this work is being done. Make sure that you're an active participant. Don't be a slouch. Don't let your thoughts drive you without controlling what you're thinking and how you're thinking. Be an active participant and be willing to make those mind shifts, even if they're difficult or uncomfortable, because we know that growth only takes place outside of our comfort zone. If you should ever speak to an avid gardener or a landscaper, a professional landscaper, they will tell you that all trees and shrubs need to be pruned in order to grow well, right? Even if you're an amateur, you know when to pluck the leaves off the rose bush and, you know, any other shrub that you have. You know how to shape them, right? So they can tell you what's even the best fertilizer that you should use and what time of year you should apply those, just as what time of year you should be pruning your plants. But just as the plants need to be pruned and fertilized to get the best results for growth, our thoughts also require pruning to get rid of those that are not serving our best interest. And they're also required to be fertilized to produce good results in our lives. So I don't have to tell you that we're living in very difficult times. Times of divisiveness, increased violence, twisted thinking to support and justify a lot of lawlessness and persecution of innocent people. There's so much that's going on in our lives today. So it's even more incumbent upon us, each of us, to guard our minds against indoctrination of these negative thinking patterns, because their only purpose is to disrupt our daily lives, create chaos, and keep us from being our best selves and living our lives to the fullest potential. So we have to be those gatekeepers of our thoughts. So I'll end my message today. I don't need to keep you long. I'll end my message today with a very compelling quote by, again, one of my favorite authors, James Allen, which I would like you to reflect on as you monitor your thoughts today and do the necessary pruning and fertilizing that they might need. And this is the quote I'd like you to reflect on. As a being of power, intelligence, and love, and the Lord of his own thoughts, man holds the key to every situation and contains within himself that transforming and regenerative agency by which he makes himself what he wills. I'll repeat that again. As a being of power, intelligence, and love, and the Lord of his own thoughts, man holds the key to every situation and contains within himself that transforming, regenerative agency by which he may make himself what he wills. So ultimately, you're the master of your thoughts, and only you can determine how to use those thoughts to create the kind of life that you desire and to be who you aspire to be. I hope this message has added value to you today. And if it has, please share it with someone who you feel could benefit from it. I hope it will inspire you to see just how powerful you really are as you become aware of the power of your thoughts and your ability to design the life that you deserve. So please share. Don't be stingy. Share with someone who can benefit from this. All of my previous Thinking Tuesday messages may be found on my YouTube channel, Thinking Tuesday, Cheryl Burton. Please also subscribe while you're there so that I can continue bringing you these messages to help you in your growth. You may also visit my website, drcherylburton.com, to see many of the services and the programs that I offer. And as I usually say, if you don't see something there that you need, don't hesitate to contact me through my website, because all of my programs and services are customized to meet my clients' needs. You may also book me for speaking engagements on my website, and also to request a complimentary consultation if there are issues that you need guidance with, or if you need a thinking partner, or if you just want to discuss some goals that you want to attain. So it's my pleasure, as usual, to be here with you. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at noon for another message on Thinking Tuesday. So take care and have a wonderful day. Remember, your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are the seeds. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. The choice is really yours. Take care and bye for now. Bye-bye.